Let's take a look at our asset overview report. This is in our documentation reports, and asset overview can give you a bird's eye view of an entire Salesforce org. It's easy to use. Over here at left, you can select different metadata types. For example, let's select custom objects. And over here at right, in our preview table, it shows you all of the information about custom objects, including their name, when they were created, who created them, their size, the number of references to each object, and the number of references from each object, and the namespace, whether it's packaged or unpackaged, and the description of the object, and you even get a lightning link that will jump into Salesforce to go edit that object. And then, of course, you can right-click here and check all of the metadata types and go to the Display Report tab, and this will give you a comprehensive report on all of your metadata types and all of that information. And of course, you can right-click that and export it in just about any format. But this report gets really interesting when you look at the summary. Metadata types are down the left, and there's an incredible amount of information across the top. You can see the total number of assets, the total size of the assets, the average size, the total number of references to and from each asset, the average references to and from, the oldest create date and newest create date, also the modification dates, and the number of packaged and unpackaged assets for each type. And so this is super useful. For example, if you're doing an org split or clone, you can look at the average number of references and see the most entangled assets. Those are the ones that need to be moved last. You can also look at the total number of references. For example, there's 2,600 references to and from the reports object. The size is also important. If you're moving a lot of metadata, you may need to know the largest data that needs to be moved and also to avoid the metadata API limits. The dashboards are likewise super useful. For example, you can look at the metadata types by total references and see the number of references to and references by each one of the metadata types. And you also have pie charts that break down total and average size and total references and average references. So this is a super useful report for understanding a bird's eye view, the big picture of your Salesforce org.